Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, the place where we not only talk about what's going on in the gun world, we also analyze how we're going to fix it together. The content that we're going to cover tonight is exactly what we thought was going to happen. You and I discussed a couple nights ago around the new concealed carry law in New Jersey. Well, gun control in chief in New Jersey, Phil Murphy, comes out and immediately signs it. And as predicted, there was a lawsuit filed in federal court the moment that he signed it. This bad boy is going down. This is just getting started, and we are going to dive in right now. Everything we linked in the description box below, and if you are new or you're a returning viewer, we always try to earn that subscription. We're always trying to earn those likes because it will help push the mission forward to pass the blessing of the Second Amendment along to the next generation. I invite you to do that. We need as many people as we can, and thank you so much in advance for your consideration. Now, the content that we're about to cover is brought to you by Core Essentials. I'm going to be honest with you. The belts I'm about to show you I've had for 6 months, and I highly recommend them. They're a very high-quality product. Now, there's a few things they want you to know about, so let's get into it, and then we're going to hit this New Jersey bill. Now, Core makes the best-fitting, most comfortable, secure gun belt you're ever going to wear. A hidden track with over 40 size positions that you can adjust on the move, the result is a perfect fit. The stiff Power Core center provides total support for your firearm and keeps it completely secure. Made with the best quality materials and warranted for a year, this is something you might want to check out. There's a link in the description box below, and thank you so much to Core for sponsoring this content so I can bring you these points. Now, as I mentioned in a previous video, it's going to go directly from the Senate to governor to the courthouse. This is not even going to go anywhere other than that because it's that unconstitutional. In fact, even the mayor of New Jersey who signed this bill into law let the cat out of the bag a little bit, kind of let some truth slip and basically said, yeah, it's unconstitutional. I'm going to show you what he said. Check this out. Here is what was going down. This is from Politico. New Jersey governor signs wide-ranging restrictions on carrying guns in face of certain legal challenge. It's almost like everyone knows it's unconstitutional. You're just kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. The law and the Constitution and your gun control friends. Scotch Plains, New Jersey. Governor Phil Murphy signed legislation Thursday that will sharply limit where guns can be carried in New Jersey, a direct response to the U.S. Supreme Court's summer ruling that expanded gun carry rights. Skirt! It did not expand gun carry rights. What it did was it curtailed the gun control that was imposed upon gun rights of citizens in the United States. That's a very important distinction. It did not expand gun rights. It curtailed gun control. It's important that we frame it from that perspective because that's what happened. But little fine-tuning, but let's dive into this some more. The new law will face an immediate federal court challenge from gun rights groups seeking to overturn it. Quote, not only will this legislation go down in flames in our lawsuit, but the Murphy administration will end up paying the very substantial legal cost of gun owners to bring it down. Scott Bach, executive director of the Association of New Jersey Rifle and Pistol Clubs, said in a statement. And that's where this whole thing boils down. These leftists, these gun controllers, they don't care about the money of the state. They don't care about the money of the constituency. They've got to get their gun control bona fides, and they've got to check that little box because gun control is a mainstay for these people. It's not about constitutionality. It's about, did I infringe, because we need complete control. Now, it's very important as we go through this. Keep in mind, I'm about to show you how even Murphy, who signed it, openly says, well, I mean, yeah, some parts are probably going to get struck down, but a majority of it's going to stay. That means you know you signed an unconstitutional action. Just saying. Let's keep going. I'm going to get to that point in a second. Murphy acknowledged the possibility of a legal challenge, but said the state was ready to defend the law. Quote, we know the gun lobby and its acolytes. Acolytes? Okay. Are already preparing to take us court block these common sense measures. Keep in mind, it's not about what they try to frame as common sense. It's about what's constitutional and what is not. You can say it's common sense that the sun doesn't come up in the day. It doesn't change the fact that it comes up. You can try to reframe whatever you want. The fact is, the question is on constitutionality, not on common sense, which is a branding of the gun control movement. But I continue. The Attorney General and his team are fully prepared to forcefully defend the constitutionality of this bill. Even if any part of the law is successfully challenged, the rest of it will remain intact and enforceable. The governor who just signed this bill into law openly just said even if parts are unconstitutional, the majority is going to stay, meaning he knows he signed an unconstitutional bill into law. There should be some sort of public penalty for that. He's openly saying it in a quote to Politico that, yeah, some parts might fall, some parts might stay, but I feel like it's pretty okay. You just admitted openly to its unconstitutionality. If the lawyer litigating this doesn't cite that, I got nothing. But I got two more things for you, because now we got to talk about the Attorney General. Attorney General Matt Platkin called it an entirely constitutional bill during the bill signing. Okay, keep in mind in the Bruin decision, it literally said you can't just make anywhere a sensitive place. That was verbatim what Thomas said. Here we go. The new law has 25 broad, sensitive places where carrying guns would be illegal, like government buildings, public transportation, and daycare centers. It extends to any private property where the owner does not give permission to carry guns. Violations would be a third-degree crime. In its opening statement, it is unconstitutional. It is violating the Bruin decision. That is a brand new Supreme Court decision. But you guys know that. And I got one more thing for you, because this is where the NRA actually comes out. They actually said something pretty good here. Check this out. The NRA wasted no time filing a lawsuit against the state for its attack on the Second Amendment. Quote, the anti-gun legislation Governor Murphy signed today flies directly in the face of June's Supreme Court ruling, the Bruin decision. So much so that the NRA sued the state of New Jersey as Murphy signed it, the NRA told Fox News Digital. The new law makes it essentially impossible for a law-abiding citizen to obtain a concealed carry permit. It requires the applicant to have an insurance policy that does not appear to exist yet, and it allows the police chief to subjectively decide who should be granted such a permit based on subjective criteria like temperament and character. Further, the list of locations where carry is prohibited is so great that a permitted person essentially cannot carry anywhere. This bill will not stand up to constitutional scrutiny, which is why the NRA has sued. This is important, and then I'll read the last part. The NRA is a political entity. We know that. We deal with it a lot in our world. However, whether you agree or disagree with the NRA, that doesn't mean that they're going to waste their tax dollar or their donation dollars, even though they're dwindling, in a losing lawsuit. They're going to put their money where it's the most effective and they can guarantee a win, because then they can say, hey, look, we won. It's all about marketing. It's all about fundraising off of your efforts. It's turning money into more money. That's essentially what we're talking about here. The NRA is not going to chase that hard that fast unless they feel extremely confident that they're going to win, because then they'll have a win under their belt. Keep that in mind. And now the last part. Quote, once again, this is gun control for the sake of gun control, the NRA added. It has no bearing on public safety and only serves to make carry in the state of New Jersey essentially illegal. And that is a very good way to wrap this video, because that's exactly what is happening here. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think Murphy let the cat out of the bag? Does he know this bill is unconstitutional? Leave it in the comments below. Make sure you like this, send it out, and I will see you on the next video. I'm Braden. See you later.